7 years. That's how much time has passed since the indie game studio Team Cherry released the now famous Hollow Knight. 7 years of hearing people praise this game as one of the best Metroidvania out there. And 7 years of clown wigs wearing fans slowly losing their sanity over the lack of news from the devs about their new project.
This is your host for today, bringing you your daily Silksong news. There has been no news to report for Silksong today.
But now, after all these years, we finally got it. So you've guessed it, today we're going to talk about Hollow Knight Silksong, the long-awaited sequel of the 2017 Kickstarter game Hollow Knight. So this time we follow the story of Hornet, a powerful character we previously met in our adventure as the Hollow Knight. And as soon as we boot up the game, we are introduced with a cutscene where we see her successfully escaping after having been captured by a bunch of bugs for unknown reasons. So after surviving a fall that should have definitely killed us, we kick the ass of a grass bee and meet a pretty rude grandma.
You done, kids? Get off my property!
That tells us more about what's going on, notably about a place called the Citadel, which is where our kidnappers were taking us. And that's where we realize that we're no longer in Hollow Nest, the kingdom of the first game, but in Farloom. Our quest will therefore be to reach the Citadel in order to discover what they want from us, while also solving the mysteries surrounding the events happening in this strange kingdom. Starting with the reason why everyone is into bondage play, and also why the hell does this enemy sounds like this when I'm fighting him. Yes, I need to know. I'm sure this information is of the utmost importance for the lore, okay? Dude, he's just a fucking masochist. Oh, dumbass. Unlike our little Hollow Knight, Hornet is more of a warrior than a mage, but even though we don't have access to a soul gauge to spam Hadokens, it's compensated by her agility and her ability to control Silk. First of all, she can grab onto ledges, so finally a fucking platformer that lets us do this, but she can also run, wall jump, do this cool thing that I like to call the inverted fishing technique, heal me there, and a lot more. You can move very quickly both horizontally and vertically. The game puts a huge emphasis on this highly volatile and agile aspect of the character. The design of the different areas enable us to freely use our abilities to the best of their extents, sometimes allowing some really cool skips. Even the enemies were made with that thought in mind. The vast majority are either just as agile and fast as you, or sometimes even faster. I mean, we even got bugs with anime-style movesets here. So to help us survive against the many dangers of Farloom, we'll also be equipped with a range of different tools and trinkets. Trinkets will grant you passive abilities, while tools can be used in combat as throwable weapons, as long as you have enough shards and as long as your crest allows you to equip them. Crests are what defines your main weapon and how many trinkets of a kind you may hold. At first, you only have the Hunter's Crest, but you'll eventually find more. Some are best suited for explorations, others for combat,
Whip this little bitch in the face!
and of course, you'll be free to experiment with them, which means we have access to a fairly substantial range of alternatives. But obviously, you won't have any of that when starting your playthrough. Silksong is a Metroidvania, so it involves a lot of backtracking, exploration, all with the goal of finding the various abilities that will either unlock new paths or simply make you more powerful. It's a labyrinthine world with interconnected zones. The game doesn't show you the way and instead lets you explore the areas in the order you want. Make sure you have the right ability to access them though. If not, let me tell you, you'll be seeing closed doors more often than you'd like.
Can't make it, the shit's stuck.
And if it's not a closed door stopping you,
Door stuck!
it'll be the pogo mechanic. But that's not the worst. You know what the true challenge of this game is? What? Capitalism. Oh god. I'm not even kidding. I've never been so starved for money in a game. Or rosaries in this case. Everything is expensive and everything costs rosaries. Even the damn save points ain't free. I haven't seen an economy this bad since the Great Depression. And sometimes you can go through entire areas without even seeing a penny. Because only the civilized insects drop rosaries. Wild bugs don't carry shit. I mean, it makes sense. Of course, if I go kill bugs in the forest, they won't drop their wallet. But holy does that make finding money actually painful sometimes. Whatever, I don't think it will be a surprise for anyone if I say that this game is not for everyone. It can be challenging, enemies can be relentless, the bosses are painful, and the platforming is bouncy, but it's always fair. Even the toughest foes can be easily beaten once you memorize their patterns. Although I'll admit sometimes it's easier to just call for help. Release the doggo! Something we notice as soon as we go through the first couple areas is that just like its predecessor, Silksong has a rather dark atmosphere, and what's interesting is that there are still areas that seem almost dreamlike, while retaining that slightly suffocating feeling. The AD truly has a special touch to it. There's always stuff going on in the foreground and background, along with really neat light play. I mean, just look at these colors. These insects.
My name is Jeff.
Because even though we're underground, that doesn't stop the game from offering a good variety across its different areas, with environments that manage to keep this cavernous vibe while still offering something different. Sometimes bucolic, sometimes darker, sometimes colder, or sometimes maddening.
Fuck you! I'm still alive!
And on top of it, there's some truly outstanding musics. They're quite subtle and blend well with this mysterious vibe of the game. What's really great though is that each area has its own enemies. I may hate Vilewater, but the whole gimmick of the zone having enemies pull sneak attacks on you is pretty nice. And it's something you only see in Vilewater. That's without a doubt one of the strengths of the game. Its bestiary is varied and the chara design is really cool. And that's not even mentioning the bosses, which are all very well done. Like this rude girl,
So long, Bowser.
this bastard, or this opera singer ant lady, whose spinning attacks never cease to amaze me, by the way. Of course, there's not only the enemies, there are also friendly bugs that are, I must say, quite endearing. Take the quick travel doggo for example. The only option missing in this game is the ability to pet her. Just look at this. Look at her wagging her little tail. Who's a good dog? Yes, you are a good dog. I know I was also always looking forward to seeing Skakra during my playthrough. She's just the best. Each time I entered a new area, first thing I did was seek her beautiful voice. Part of the reason is that she's the one who sells you the maps, so I can't explore shit without her. But nevertheless, just listen to this. Ah, sweet lullaby. Just so you know, I put this on repeat while I sleep now. Sweet dreams, Doctor. You've probably figured it out by now, but the game isn't just about mindlessly moving forward and killing enemies. There's quite a lot to do, and you'll be doing a lot of backtracking anyway, so it'll be a nice opportunity to help the many inhabitants of Farloom. For example, we'll be able to lend a hand to the many fleas that lost their way by bringing them back to their caravan. And just for that little sound they make when you rescue them, it's absolutely worth your time. Do it again. In close-up? From afar? Upside down? Backwards? Dubbed by me? Oh. Most side quests are genuinely enjoyable. There are some that are more forgettable, like the collect X number of shit type of thing, but in general, completing a quest actually feels meaningful, mainly because Hornet is not a silent protagonist, so we'll naturally learn more about the bugs when interacting with them. We start off as strangers, and little by little, we get to understand them, and I don't know about you, but I actually got attached to some of these weirdos. I already talked about Skakra and the doggo, such a good girl, but there's also Garmin and Zaza, this Chad, and of course, Sherma. He might be a bit dumb, but I like him. In case you're wondering, he's trying to open the door by singing at it. That's cute. As if playing music to a door would break it open. Well, fuck me, it actually works. There's even more fun details I didn't mention, but that would take too long and I'm lazy. I'm actually not a Hollow Knight fan, but I have to admit Silksong gave me something I didn't even know I craved for. To be honest, I get the same kind of feeling when I play Silksong as when I play Expedition 33. You can tell how much passion has been poured into it. What's funny is that it's even the reason why it took so many years to come out. Originally, it was supposed to be a DLC for Hollow Knight, but the guys enjoyed developing Silksong so much that they ended up making it a full standalone game. I'm not kidding, they just had fun. And that's awesome. It took me 47 hours to get to the end, and I enjoyed every second of it. To me, Silksong is one of the best Metroidvania out there, so even if it might be hard for some people, I think it's a must play. Alright, now if you don't mind, I have important matters to attend to. Beautiful. Well, hello there. I hope you enjoyed this video. If that's the case, don't hesitate to subscribe. It's always appreciated. And you can always leave your comment down below to complain about the economy. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm tired and I'm going to go listen to Skakra's voice.